Unit 6, question 1. All right. So question 1 deals with linear inequalities for a system. All right. So whenever you're trying to graph a linear inequality, because again, the question says to graph that linear inequality or solve by graphing, you need to make sure that your equations are in the form y equal mx plus b. All right. Where we know that m represents your slope. All right. So again, everybody, m represents your what? Your slope. And your b is your y-intercept, all right? So whenever you're utilizing this form, guys, you always graph your y-intercept first. Because again, these two equations are in that form, so we're going to graph the y-intercept first. The y-intercept in this first equation would be -8. That's my y-intercept, all right? So I'm going to put a point exactly at -8. Now I'm going to apply my slope. When you don't see a number in front of your x, you assume that there is a 1 over 1. So again, that 1 over 1 means something to me. Because when you use your rise over run, that 1 over 1 means that I'm going to go up once and then to the right once. Okay? So I'm going to go to this point and I'm going to go up once and then to the right once. Okay? So now I'm going to try to figure out the type of line I'm going to have. Because we see a line underneath, this is a greater than or equal to, we're going to have a solid line, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and draw a solid line, okay? Now we're going to shade, all right? So again, now we're going to shade, okay? So this is saying that y is greater than my line. If I'm greater, you're going to shade above. So again, greater means you shade where? You're going to shade above. So I'm going to lightly shade above. Okay? So now we're going to graph our next line. Okay? So the next line, the first point you always graph is your y-intercept. All right? So that y-intercept is -1. That would be right here. Okay? Now I'm going to apply my slope. So my slope, again, using rise over run, my slope is -5 over 2. Always apply the negative to the number at the top, to the numerator. This -5 means you're going to go down 5 times and then to the right 2 times. All right? So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then to the right 1, 2. All right? That will put me approximately right here, all right? So I'm going to try to figure out the type of line I'm going to have. Because there's no line underneath, this is just a less than sign. No line underneath means you're going to have a dashed or dotted line. So I'm going to draw a dashed or dotted line. Okay? So now we're going to go ahead and shade, all right? This is saying that y is less than. If you're less than your line, that means you're going to shade below. So again, less means you're below because that means you're smaller or you're a little bit less than what your graph is supposed to be. All right. So again, we're going to shade below our dotted line. So again, we're going to shade below. And we're going to try to figure out where we see two mixing colors or the darkest shaded area. All right. So over here would not be the solution because we only have one color in this V area right here. In this area over here, we have nothing shaded, so that could not be my solution. Down here, I only have about the pink, so again, we only have one color. Over here would be the solution because that is where we have a mixture of colors, all right? So again, this point could be a solution, which would be -5, -2. This point over here could be a solution, which is a -9, -2. And this point could be a solution, which is -9, and that looks like -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So -9, -7. Any of these could be a solution, anything that's in the solution area. Solutions could also be up here. All right, so another solution you could have is -7, +8. All of those could be an answer. All right, so again, guys, just like that.